Right, okay guys, this is the last video in the bonus pack then. I'm going to pick the 3G220 with the Staden and the SV pick. There's the lock. As you can see, I've cut away the portion there, and you can see that the levers are on the side. So rather than being above the keyway, at the side of the keyway, therefore you can't use conventional decoders on this because you can't get a plasticine read. So what I'm going to do is use a mixture of the kits. So you can either use the Staden and load it with all A's, a lot of people struggle with this lock with these decoders. I'm just going to show you this couple of methods for some more tools in your arsenal. Right, so there's the Staden loaded as a blank. Stick it in the lock, turn it. Right, you can see there the lever's moving. Okay, so I'm just going to stick it to 1. That's restricted. Right, 1's restricted. 2's not as restricted. 3's alright. Right, that's bringing the bolt round. 4's alright. 5's alright. So I'm going to drop 1 down straight away to a B. And all you're trying to do is form the key. So put it in, turn it. So 1 is a little bit restricted. Right, because it should come right around there. 2 feels good. 3 feels good. 4 feels good. 5 feels good. So I'm going to drop 1 down again to a C. Stick that in there. Turn it. Right, and now what I'll do is I'll test 1, test 2, test 3, test 4, test 5, come back to 1, test 1, test 2. Right, because I've got the cover off, you can see that's gone into anti-pick now. Now you obviously wouldn't be able to do that on a job. Right, so what I want you to get to feel this lock. So 1, 2, 3, and you can feel the levers setting against the bolt. You can feel them as you go through the lock. Right, that click means the lock's picked. So that has picked the lock. That's just with the Staden. I'll just see if I can get this down. Right, that's with that way, but obviously that is purely by feel, and I think you'd struggle unless you're au fait with a tool. So what I'm going to do here is forget that now. I'll stick that on there now, so I don't know what the lock is. Obviously we know what the lock is. So stick that back in there. in fact, put that aside. What you do now is get the SV pick, load it with number ones. One, and get it in. It's a bit warm, I think. Right, so let's leave that one out. Right, put one in there, one in there, one in there, one in there. Right, that one needs filing down, so I'm just going to leave that and I'm going to just whack a 2 in that one. Right, but you'd normally load it with a key blank again. Stick it in the lock, pull it towards you. Right, and you'll feel bite straight away. Like that. And then all you're going to do is test the lock. 2's fine, 3's fine, 4's fine, 5's fine. Right. So what you're going to do now is take that 2 down to a 3 because that was restricted. Remember, the A pins in the Staden are a 1 or a 2, the B pins are equivalent to a 3, 4 or 5, and the C pins are equivalent to a 6, 7 or an 8. So stick that in there like that. Put tension on, they're all alright. That's still restricted. Right. So going down to a 4. Still restricted. Go down to a 5. So we're on the B pin still now. Remember we put a C pin in it. Still restricted. Right, so now we're on the C. So 6, 7 or an 8. Right, that's moving now. Well, I know it was a C from before. So everything's moving in there, so I've got all the 1s in there. Let me just bend that back slightly. I'll just still get a bit bent, see? That one there's bent. Right, anyway, so what I've done is I've got a 6, I would have a 6 in there, plus 4 number 1s, so that would tell me to change that code to the Staden. Well, we know that number 1s are A pins, which are in there, and we know that the 6 is a C pin, so you've used that to decode it and get the feel, although I have showed you how to use the Staden. And stick that in there. So you can, if you get confident with it, you can use this on its own, or if you're not so confident, use this for the feel. Once you've got the sort of rough key shape, then convert the numbers to the A, B or C, i.e. an A pin is a 1 or a 2, a B pin is a 3, 4, 5 and a C pin is a 6, 7, 8. And then once you've got that on there, convert that to there and then purely just use this to pick the lock. So pull that towards us. Go number 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back to 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're all hitting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, come back to 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, come back to 1. Yeah, and it's gone. So, decode it with the 114, pick it with a Staden, or with a little bit of practice and feel, pick it with a Staden. Cheers.